What's good, fam? Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Thursday stream. Quite, quite an interesting day and an interesting week, to be honest with you guys. Today we woke up early morning to news that a U.S. fund had filed for a Solana ETF, and of course you can imagine what did to Solana's price. Hold on a minute. Okay. So we're gonna start with Bitcoin, and we're gonna follow the schedule of mostly every stream. So Bitcoin just holding the low so far, just pretty much flat for the past 3 days, losing negative momentum on the daily time frame, and also bouncing a little bit on the RSI. And we talked about that possible hidden bearish divergence on the 4 hour. So for now, it hasn't been confirmed, so that's a good signal because you had um, basically hitting bearish divergence here, and it played out. Hidden bearish divergence here. I mean, no, it was here. Hidden bearish divergence here, and it played out. Then here played out, and then you had this hidden bearish divergence here regarding this high, and then this high, and it hasn't played out yet. And you're picking up strong positive momentum once again on the MACD. So that's good news so far. So pretty flat on the daily. Maybe this is the low. That would be really nice. We talked about that potentially being the low. Watching this fractal here from 2022 inverted, where you had this this bull flag. Inverted here, and you had then a range low here. It was deviated here, but you get the picture where you had a slow bleed and then one big down mark, and that was basically the bottom. And then a recovery began, and you went into range highs and finally broke out. So that's a really interesting fractal to be following on Bitcoin right now. If we actually get somewhat of that price action. So you did have the slow bleed, then the big down mark, and now you're holding this low. So that's good so far. We saw a lot of all-time highs today regarding the stock market. I think Apple, Microsoft, and some other tech stocks hit all-time highs. So there's definitely been strength on the risk market today, and Bitcoin just not pushing higher, but at least holding the lows for now. So that's good enough. But if we go to Bitcoin SPX, it's looking a little bit worse because although you are on range lows, you're below the 200 moving average, and you're back testing it as resistance. Not once, not twice, but for the third time, and selling off today, not being able to reclaim it. So hopefully we'll see a reclaim of that 200 anytime soon. But for now, it's gonna need one big impulse from BTC in order to recapture it. Otherwise, you may come down to range lows again on BTC against the SPX, since how this price is behaving here below the 200. But you're also losing negative momentum here, and you're starting to bounce just a little bit on the RSI, not as strong as on the USD pair, but yeah, still something, And let's see if we have that fractal too. I think it's pretty similar here. Yeah. So you had this bear flag here, and when you went into range highs, you just had the breakdown and then back test of the range lows, and then a big down mark. So maybe here's the opposite. This bull flag came here into range lows, and now maybe we mean revert into range highs and have that breakout. That would be really nice, because also that I've been following this setup here on the P cycle top indicator. The fact that we lost the orange EMA is not good. Kind of deviating from the 2017 playbook, whereas price went bouncing between the two EMAs until you had the the breakout out of the green EMA, and now we just had a big down mark into out of the range and just starting to mimic what BTC did in 2019. You know, that you had this breakdown out of the orange EMA, found the support, and then came back rallying to it, only to back test it as as resistance. So excuse me. So if we actually get that retest into the orange EMA, you get a rally or a bounce into 65, 66K. I think it's going to be critical, in my opinion, that we don't have a bearish retest, or otherwise this is just going to start looking into a bear trend into the higher time frames. Also, the monthly close will be in a few more days, and you're not bearish engulfing May's candle for now, so that's good. And on the 2 month closing, also you're having a bullish engulfing candle of the previous 2 month candle. So I think it's somewhat critical for BTC to hold these lows within these days. Otherwise, the high time frame picture is going to start to look less less attractive for market participants and people that might be looking for risk on. BTC, it's been doing what we've been anticipating, so that's pretty good. Potential 3 falling peaks, classic distribution pattern here. It would need to be confirmed yet. You will need a daily candle close below 53.7%, which hasn't happened yet. But this hitting bearish divergence has been continuing to play out, increasing negative momentum on the MACD histogram. And you're currently at around the 40 points level on the RSI, so really close to a bearish control zone here on the RSI. So maybe this catches follow through, gets all the way down to the breakout line, which is at 53.7. And if you get that daily candle close below, this distribution pattern will be confirmed, and you will be looking at a measure move target at around 50% for BTCD. So that will mean altcoin outperformance to BTC. You're long awaited. Maybe you get a really short altcoin season. Who knows? But this is looking distributive. Still, you haven't taken out this high, which would invalidate this structure. So for the time being, hidden bearish divergence continuing to play out and getting closer and closer to this breakout line, which is the second low here. And you will need to see that daily candle close below it in order for distribution to be confirmed here at range highs on Bitcoin dominance, and start looking for that measure move target of 50%. So that would be really nice. It can obviously exceed the target. Hopefully it does, because I trade a lot of altcoins. But that's like on the technical aspect of it. It starts to look better and better. And if we go to a monthly time frame here, it's starting to look somewhat of a bearish hammer with a lot of wicks to the upside. And if we go to the 2 month, which will also close soon, it will, if it closes like this, it will be a bearish engulfing candle in 3 more days, and losing positive momentum on the MACD histogram. So quite the price action we're having on BTCD, and I don't see much people talking about it. So I think it's a good thing for altcoin outperformance, the things that we're seeing right now. It will be a reversal of a 18 months plus uptrend. So exciting. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go for that altcoin outperformance. And talking about altcoins, let's go to Ethereum, which has been outperforming Bitcoin today, having a bullish engulfing candle about to be confirmed in 48 more minutes. It will be your highest daily candle close since June 22nd, losing negative momentum on the MACD histogram. and you have this hidden bearish divergence here, chat. Remember this. This is a continuation a hidden bullish divergence, my bad, which is a continuation divergence for upside for Ethereum. It's coming really close to putting an end to a negative momentum. So once this starts printing positive momentum on the MACD histogram, then the divergence will be confirmed, and we'll start hoping for it to perform. So quite good. And if we go to ETH to BTC, this is interesting, picking up momentum, strong positive momentum printing today on the MACD histogram and working on your highest daily candle close since June 1st. So monthly highs at around almost about to be put on ETH BTC today. And you're getting really close to this level here, which is a really significant level from 2017, was regarded as resistance and support a bunch of times, and then also regarded on 2020, 2021. So you already know this is the level of truth for me here. If BTC gets strong upbreak or breakout out of this zone, I think it's gonna push altcoins higher and gonna have some Ethereum outperformance after almost 2 years of just chop. So some things are being cooked here really quietly on ETH BTC. I'm gonna go to USDT dominance. I think this chart is real relevant. It's almost as important as BTC. You had this breakout out of this important level, the 4.88%. You'll see how it's been regarded as resistance a bunch of times in the past. So hopefully we're making a deviation above it, just like the one we had in May and April. But the thing is that here you had a breakout out of the 200 moving average, and you're having daily candle closes above it, something that had not happened since October 22nd of last year. And now you're working on a bearish engulfing candle, losing negative momentum on the MACD histogram. You don't have any kind of divergence here, just confluence. But what I would like to see is for price is to actually just make a deviation above the 200 and just break down out of it and not confirm it as support. Because if you have this kind of a breakout here, you see price coming close to it and then it sold off immediately. And on Monday, you have like the definitive breakout out of it. And if you have a bullish backtest here and you start reacting out of this 200 and start pushing higher, then I think it's a really bad signal for crypto in general. You know, it will mean that USDT dominance is probably going to go higher, possibly into range highs here. What this appears to be a bear flag. So good price action on USDT dominance for risk on, but it's going to need further development. You need daily candle closes below the 200 again. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't bounce out of the 200 anytime soon. Okay, we're going to go to the SPX because why not? Just within range highs here, really elevated, losing positive momentum on the MACD histogram, and you have this bearish divergence here from this high to this high. So hopefully you get a spring, or you get a strong buy here, a strong bid on the SPX. So you invalidate this bearish divergence and you start printing strong positive momentum once again, and you take out this high. Otherwise, a negative momentum bar will get print anytime soon, and this bearish divergence is going to get confirmed on the daily time frame, which it's not going to be that great for the SPX. And the Nasdaq's doing the same thing here. Actually, the Nasdaq confirmed today the bearish divergence on the MACD histogram. So hopefully it's just a nothing burger and somewhat of a deviation or whatever, and you continue the uptrend. But if you start getting a pullback here, you might get a deeper pullback with this divergence on the MACD histogram. It looks like there's buyers exhaustion on the daily time frame for these indices. DXY. So DXY has been slowly grinding up higher. No divergence yet on the oscillators. Just printing weak positive momentum today. So that's kind of good if you want to see a rollover here on DXY. And this single candle could turn out into be a dead hanging man pattern. This kind of candle could be a reversal if you catch any follow through tomorrow. If you close below here from where it closed today, then you could start thinking about a reversal pattern of a dead hanging man. So that's your DXYs. There isn't much data, but this candle could turn into something if you get follow through tomorrow. And also you had this not embarrassed, but a regular head and shoulders here that's been potentially forming since May 22nd. And as soon as you came into the neckline here and you couldn't have a breakdown, you had a big spring, a big buyback of the DXY. So maybe you put in a confirmation high at around this highs from April, and you come back down here again to the neckline and have that definitive breakdown. That will be really nice for risk assets. And otherwise, if I have to entertain the other scenario, what you don't want to see is this high from last year in October being taken out, because otherwise this starts to look pretty much like reaccumulation here after this huge parabolic run. So that's what you have to watch out for on DXY. Interesting. Hopefully you get some follow through tomorrow out of this candle. Okay, let's go for the coin of the day. Solana. It's pumping almost double digits today on the daily time frame. It's insane. After that spot ETF news from Banik, a fund from the US, which is pretty serious, they filed for spot ETF, and they have their final review deadline for February next year. So that's the deadline for the SEC to approve the ETF. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to get approved or not. I think Solana is a pretty centralized chain, so I don't know if the SEC is going to like that. But regarding price and regarding speculation, I think it's going to be really good for Solana and the Solana ecosystem, especially after they approved the Ethereum one. A lot of people are going to speculate and think that maybe the Solana one is going to get approved, and that's going to possibly pump Solana higher. So Solana back above the 144 level. We talked about how significant this level is. So this reclaim is pretty nice above the complacency shoulder from 2022 here from April. And yeah, I'm breaking out of the mid-range here on this descending channel, and just pretty good price action today, dude. What a pump. Printing strong positive momentum once again. And look what they did today, chat. Look at this. They confirmed this bullish divergence here today with this candle. RSI back above 50 points. It's at 52 points right now. So what a day for Solana, working on your highest daily candle close since June 16th. So it basically reversed within 4 days, reversed like 10 days of price action. So wild. Well, this is why we like crypto. At one point, 5 days ago, you were breaking down below the 200, just going into range lows, and 4 days next, you're coming all the way up to range highs and back above a critical level. And if we go to Sol BTC, it's up 8% on a day. You actually reclaim the 200 moving average as well. You bounce out of this critical level here, and you're also above a significant level as well from history here, from the previous cycle from 2021. You bounced out of this inflection point here, the support and further resistance, and now you're above this level here, which is a pretty important inflection point here. You'll see how it's worked that support both of resistance. So that's where you are right now, printing strong positive momentum on the MACD histogram, and the RSI is at the 61 point level right now. So it's on the bullish control zone, working on your highest daily candle close on Sol BTCs in June since June 5th. So quite the price action, man. And we talked about this on Tuesday, that this looked similar to what the DXY was doing, that you had this apparent um, head and shoulders, and usually when you have a clear head and shoulders in a bull market, it usually doesn't perform. It usually you don't get the breakdown. And look what they did. You couldn't break out of the neckline, and you just had a big impulse here, just like DXY did. So quite the chart for Sol BTC. And also I want to talk about Sol ETH. I've been talking about a lot about this chart. I actually made a 10-minute video entirely about this pair, about Solana against Ethereum. I talked about this potential week of distribution type 2, about where we possibly are. You're still in line for that distribution, in my opinion. But since you have this bullish divergence, printing strong positive momentum, the news of the ETF, maybe you don't get it. If you get I think if you take out this last point of supply here within the very next couple of weeks, I don't think you're going to get the distribution, and you're possibly going to go to range highs. That's my opinion. If you fail to reclaim the 200 here, which you tested today, yeah, you touched it and then reversed just a little bit. It's not like you had like a big sell-off. You're holding on pretty well. If you reclaim this 200, then I think there are good chances you're going to take out the last point of supply here. And if you take out the last point of supply, I think there's a good chance you're going to go into range highs and maybe had a breakout and invalidate this whole wig up distribution type 2. Just crazy from what one asset, my bad, can do from 1 week to the other. And quite the performance of this bearish bat here, this harmonic here. It actually exceeded the top of the harmonic, so it had quite a good performance here, this harmonic. So if you want to know more about Sol ETH, I invite you to go into my channel and click on my latest video. It's not a stream, it's an actual video where I talk about for 10 minutes on what are my thoughts on this chart and what do I think is going to happen with Solana against Ethereum. Okay, let's go to another Solana coins, more likely, because this have been the greatest performance today. WIF, it's up 5% on the day, working on a bullish engulfing candle and your highest daily candle close since June 17. Printing strong positive momentum for the first time since June 6. It's at the 43 level on the RSI, so it's leaving the bearish control zone for the time being. And for a point today, you were having price action above this level here, which is pretty significant. You'll see how it's been regarded both as resistance and as support, but you sold off out of that level. But for now, you're kind of somewhat holding on. So this is what I was just talking about Sol ETH. If this price action happened on Sol ETH going into 200, I would be more concerned. But actually, Sol ETH went into 200 moving average, and it's holding like right above there. So I think it means strength for now. I think WIF looks good too, but I think it was pretty foughted and sold off. So I don't know if the recovery is going to be so quick, but if Solana does a good job, this is going to trade really well of Sol Beta. And no kind of divergence on the oscillators, just confluence. And talking about good Sol Beta, let's take a look at Jupiter. Jupiter has been trading better than WIF in my opinion, for the past few days, working on a bullish engulfing candle and your highest daily candle close since June 16, printing strong positive momentum for the first time since May 25th. So look at that, chat. I mean, no, it was yesterday, the first positive momentum. But anyway, just a long time without positive momentum. And look what we have here. Look at this, chat. I'm going to tell you real quiet because this is a secret. This is a massive bullish divergence here on Jupiter. Massive. You see here this lower low on price and this higher low on the momentum on the histogram here. So this could play out, chat. This looks fantastic if you ask me. Plus, you found support at around here, this inflection point, and this previous sell-off here from the token generation event, which also works somewhat of a resistance here because you sold off going into it, and when you back tested as support, you just had a big impulse here and worked the support also on this crash on April 14. So quite the confluence and quite the chart on Jupiter. And if we go take a look at Jupiter against BTC, it's not as clean, I think, as the USD pair. But let's take a look if we have somewhat of a divergence. So also you have the same divergence here starting to play out by now. I mean, it's already confirmed on Jupiter BTC. So interesting, somewhat of the same divergence, working on a bullish engulfing candle. Your highest daily candle close on Jupiter BTC since June 12th. Above this inflection point here, you didn't regard it as support like the USD pair did on this last nuke, but I just like this bullish divergence, man. Being honest with you, I just wished I saw a little bit more volume, but it looks like Jupiter is about to outperform BTC by a good extent. And we didn't look at with BTC, or we're gonna look at it right now. It's about to do the highest daily candle close is June 17. You do have also this bullish divergence here on WEF. Look at this, chat. The divergence on Jupiter is larger in time frames. It comprehends more time, but this is as valid as the Jupiter one. And it's already confirmed too. So good enough. And it also sold off when it came to a big, strong support resistance level. So maybe it's another a few attempts, couple attempts more to have that definitive breakout out of this resistance, or maybe just not a breakout, but reclaim. It's the proper word. Render also been doing things, reclaiming the 200 moving average, about to have a bullish engulfing candle and have the highest daily candle close since June 16, printing the first positive momentum bar on the MACD since May 22nd. So quite some time, more than a month with negative momentum on render. And render BTC, it's what I'm more interested on. So you had this reclaim here of this bottom of this ascending Browning wedge here, and you had a bullish back test today. Look at that. You came into range lows here and you just bounced out of it and working on a bullish engulfing candle and your highest daily candle close since June 16, but still below the 200. So I would like to see that reclaimed. It looks somewhat of an inverse head and shoulders here. This left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder. But for me to get excited about this asset, it needs to reclaim the 200 because we spent quite some time above it since November 14. I've realized that I say a lot basically on my stream, so I'm gonna start to do some work on my vocabulary and get more words on my mouth. I'm not gonna look at. Okay, let's look at ENA because why not? It's doing anything, just flat. losing negative momentum on the MACD histogram, but on the 31 level on the RSI is quite deep on the bearish control zone. On a bear trend, put in lower lows and lower highs, so nothing to get excited. Let's talk about Pepe. So Pepe was down almost 2% today, quite underperforming the Solana ecosystem today. But you do have this hitting bullish divergence confirmed. It got confirmed yesterday. So hype in the chat for Pepe, bro. This still looks good. And you're about to close the day green, so that's good. At some point it was looking a little bit worse with a red candle here. But pretty flat for the past 2 days after this big upspring. And hopefully this hitting bullish divergence plays out. But I want to show you something. Pepe against Sol. Look at this. So this doesn't look that good, right? Like if you ask me, you actually have a couple of harmonics here. You have a bearish bat here on the top, playing out by now. Granted, you can get a type 2 return here. If you get a return here and just sell ups again, then it's cooked. In my opinion, you don't want to see that at around inflection points like this one here. So that bearish bat currently playing out, about to do the lowest daily candle close since June 20 on Pepe against Solana. And also what has me a little bit worried too is that you have this bullish bat here. I think it's to the 886. So that could turn into something real, you know. It's not confirmed yet. It's pretty far from being confirmed, you know. We need to come down all the way here, but I just don't like much of how the structure looks on Pepe Solana, especially at around here. There's I haven't done the granular TA yet, but at around a resistance area here, I'm gonna paint this purple. So that's not what you want to see. Kind of, you don't want to see an M shape develop here on Pepe BTC, like the one that we're seeing here. Granted, it can roll over tomorrow. I don't think it means that Pepe is gonna nuke. I just think it could mean, if it means something, if this bearish bat here at the top continues to outperform, it just means that Solana is gonna outperform Pepe, which will be really wild, because Pepe has been one of the best performers for the past 3 months, and kind of makes sense because Solana hasn't been performing that excellent for the past 3 months. I mean, since March, I think it was definitely a market leader from October to March or whatever, but since I don't think it did quite too many highs on from March going on. So yeah, you see here, this high here for Pepe was actually a higher high, and Solana did a lower high. So it could make sense for Pepe to recapture the spot. I mean, for Solana to recapture the spotlight, especially after this news. And again, I'm gonna repeat myself in case it wasn't clear. I'm not bearish on Pepe whatsoever. I just think that the Pepe to Sol chart doesn't look as good right now, but it can get easily invalidated within just a week of price action. So it's going to need a little bit of further development for me to say that Solana is going to outperform Pepe. But what it did today, man, what it did today. Okay, let's go to Bonk. So Bonk is up double digits on the daily. It's up 12.3%, bullish engulfing candle, and highest daily candle close will be confirmed in 23 more minutes, and the highest since June 16th. So hype in the chat for for Bonk here, printing the first bar of positive momentum on the MACD since May 31st. Bro. Oh my God. Almost like a full month of negative momentum about to be reversed today. I don't have a strong opinion on the TA here just yet. It looks somewhat in a range. This could be a deviation of the range here, but this is mostly the range also. Let's see if we have some confluence or no confluence here whatsoever. So maybe then there. So yeah, it could possibly go into range highs here at the red line here. So looking good. Bonk. Bonk BTC also up 10% on the daily, bullish engulfing candle on your highest daily candle close since June 12, printing the third bar of positive momentum. Actually, the last green bar of positive momentum before this move was on June 1st. And it looks quite similar to the USD pairs, just within a range, I would say. Making lower highs here since this high, but higher lows. This is higher lows. So I don't have the argument quite yet for three rising valleys or clear accumulation, but you do have two consecutive higher lows here. So that's interesting on Bonk. I mean, that's Bonk BTC. Because Bonk USD, it's pretty much the same. You have the three higher lows as well, but you don't have the three rising valleys pattern. You would need this high to be higher than this high for it to be a three rising valleys classic pattern. But three higher lows is good enough. So STX hasn't been getting that much love recently, but it's about to be closed on a green candle. Maybe this works somewhat of a inverted hammer reversal of yesterday's dump. So yeah, just a nothing burger day for STX within the whole madness that we saw in the markets today. Losing negative momentum, and possibly tomorrow will print the first positive momentum on the MACD since June 14 at the 43 level on the RSI, so kind of neutral for now. And on a bear trend on the daily, just somewhat bleeding out. You see lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. I would like to see a high regarding this high, and then a higher low, and recapture the 200 and see somewhat of a market structure break in order for me to get excited about STX. I know a lot of people like it, but it's just I'm not so interested in it right now. You're actually in the middle of La La Land here. Just you could argue there's somewhat of a resistance here that could be flipped into support for the first time in its history, but I don't see it that clear, to be honest. Just in the middle of nowhere. Okay, STX BTC. Let's take a look at that too. So it looks worse than the USD pair because it's about to print like possibly a continuation candle, just a bearish pin bar. Already printing positive momentum on the MACD histogram, but not doing that much to price just yet. And you're at the 47 level on the RSI, so it's also neutral. Hold on. Okay. What else can we look at? Let's take a look at some good performers. Let's take a look at some altcoins. So CFX, China coin, pumping 10% today randomly. No, I'm not gonna do any TA on that. Look at this, chat. This is layer 2s, which is basically Not all of them are layer twos, but somewhat of a layer two section here. All of them being Ethereum beta, just clearly underperforming Solana's beta today. But that's pretty obvious due to the fact that Solana got that the spot ETF filing news today. But if you look at AVAX, for example, which trade is, I think AVAX is trading like so beta for this cycle for the past 3 months. It's up almost 8% on the day. And you have a bullish engulfing, not engulfing, you have a bullish divergence here about to be confirmed today. So this is real. This is very real, chat. There's a bullish divergence here where you have lower lows and higher lows on the MACD histogram. I haven't done quite the TA on this coin yet, but I'm definitely sure they want to see price about that level because it's the complacency shoulder from 2022. It was quite weak on AVAX, in contrast to Sol, what Sol did. A lot of inflection points here on AVAX. What is this kind of price action here? Yeah, I think that's legit. Some old TA here from 2021, just a few lines. Oh, so maybe this was your complacency shoulder, and this was just a bear market rally. Yeah. Okay. So I would like that reclaim here on AVAX before getting excited, but it's on a strong downtrend. Maybe this bullish divergence plays out. Will be interesting. If it plays out, it means that Sol is leading the pack, in my opinion, for what you're seeing here. Yeah. So that's trading really well today. Dot also got that bid today. What a joke. Also has that bullish divergence. Wow. Just this kind of divergence is all across the board on Solana beta. Not beta, but basically it's not like Solana consistent, but trade is a Sol beta. Look at Sui and Aptos getting no love today. Just pretty much flat. You do have the same divergence on Aptos here. So I'm giving you daily time frame bullish divergence on a lot of assets, my friends. Sui also has it, but it has not confirmed it yet. It had the chance. Look at this. Sui could have already confirmed this bullish divergence, but instead printed 2 bars of strong negative momentum. What happened to Ocean? Oh, bearish backtest to the 200 moving average and a bearish engulfing candle. Fetch looks a little bit better, but apparently it wasn't the day of AI. All of the liquidity moved to Solana. Looks rare, pumping 5%. You have the same divergence here, but this coin has been performing so poorly after it rocked in February of 2022. Look at this. It's almost at the freaking bottom here. What the hell? Jesus Christ. I'm not even going to entertain this coin. Liquid staking also taking it on the chin. Look at RPL, what it did when it wasn't able to flip the 200. The only good Sol beta that was trading, Ethereum beta that was doing things today was ENS. So look at this. up 11% on the daily time frame. About to confirm the highest daily candle close since June 1st. So hype in the chat for ENS. My God, look what they're doing here. I have an alert set up here at range highs. It's right there. As soon as we hit that BIP, chat, this is gonna go berserk. Look at, my God, look at, I think we measured this, the amount of accumulation that's been going on for like around almost 900 days. Just 2 years and a half, just trading basically sideways. My God. And up here is nothing. It's just pure air. It's gonna shoot straight up. Bullish confluence after this hitting bullish divergence, printing positive momentum once again. ENS the thing. ENS turned out to be the winner. Injective also, we've been talking about this bullish cipher type 2 return. You're currently below the entry if we had taken the trade on Tuesday, but having a green day, man. I just not that excited that we're below the 200. Okay, I'm gonna look at some weird stuff here. So this is whiff against bonk. And you'll see that it topped on April 19. And it's been downtrending, bleeding badly ever since. Lower lows and lower highs. And you had this bullish divergence here on the MACD histogram. Remember, this is whiff against bonk. And you're working on a bearish engulfing candle today. So we'll see if this bullish divergence plays out. If it doesn't perform, then this is not a bullish asset. It will mean that bonk is going to outperform whiff for the very next few weeks or so until this reverses, because it's been downtrending for like 2 months now. So having looked at that, this is bonk against Sol. So bonk against Solana failing to confirm yesterday's bearish engulfing candle. So that engulfing candle it hasn't been invalidated, but it just hasn't catched any follow through yet, and printing positive momentum once again on the MACD histogram. And look at this, chat. I don't think I noticed this. You have a hitting bullish divergence on bonk against Solana, and about to retake or basically reclaim this level here, this resistance level that's been used as support a couple times too. So quite the side to behold here on bonk against Sol. I don't know what's doing, but it's doing things. And you have higher lows here. This high, this low being higher than this one, this low being higher than this one, and this low being higher than this one. So what you want to see is whiff against BTC against Solana. It looks nothing like it. Nothing like how bonk looks against Solana here. Look at this, lower lows and lower highs. No kind of hitting. I mean, you do have a bullish divergence here from this low to the other low, but I would much rather take the hitting bullish divergence that bonk has, to be honest. So interesting. This is Jupiter against Sol, possibly on a falling wedge here, which hopefully breaks out to the upside. But look how it's having this. Well, all of them are having red days, mostly against Sol, with the exception of bonk. But about to confirm yesterday's bearish engulfing candle. you do have bullish divergence here. Look at the amount of negative momentum here on Jupiter against Sol. So printing positive momentum once again. Hopefully it performs, but looks like Sol might take the lead, man. And maybe you get a few outperforming assets, but I don't know. It's hard to tell also with a day like this when you had a news driven catalyst price action, a two double digit almost pump. It's just Solana is gonna make Solana look incredible against anything. So you're gonna need to get some more time in, have some days go by, see how actually the Ethereum spot ETF trade is, next week, and see if they get inflows, and then we'll see. But for now, it looks like Solana is getting that bid, and you have this bullish divergence here on WIF against Pepe. And Bonk looks better than WIF. So what are we talking about? My God. Oh my God. So we've been going for about an hour, boys. Daily candle close will close in 6 more minutes. Apparently it's gonna fail to have a bullish engulfing candle, which would have been nice, but I'll take this. I'll take this any day. I just wanted to thank you guys for tuning in, watching my videos, watching my streams. Remind you guys to please give me a thumbs up. It helps wonders. I'm gonna have to continue to ask. I wish I didn't, but the YouTube algorithm is not gonna push my content. Otherwise, I get interaction from you guys. So I appreciate every comment and like that you guys leave me. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. for another live stream. And that's going to be it for me today, guys. See ya.